Hi, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the show Behind the Scenes of Hell with Dr. Ron. If you're new to my channel, if you're new to my podcast, my name is Ronald, and I talk about everything healthcare, really alternative career. So if that's what you're looking for, you're in the right place. So just hit the subscribe button and let's get on. And to my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you guys for sticking around. So on today's episode, I'll be talking about 20 unpopular masters you might want to consider. And this video was actually inspired by a tweet by one of my colleagues, Badon, who's based outside Nigeria anyway. And it was quite an insightful list that I went digging and I found a lot of good things. So if you want to hear all of those things, you might just want to stick around to the end of this video and I'll tell you guys what I found when I went to research. And this is quite a late episode anyway. So the first one on that list is a master's in aviation and aerospace medicine. You know, like I said before, these are unpopular MSCs you might want to consider. And interestingly, when I looked some of them up, they are quite lucrative. So it's worth thinking about. So with a master's in aviation and aerospace medicine, it sort of opens you up for career opportunities in both the medical and the aviation industries. And some of the opportunities or career paths that you might look to consider, including becoming one. Again, this list is not exhaustive. You still want to go do some research on your own. So you have the aviation medical examiner who so basically they conduct medical examinations on pilots, on crew members to make sure they are fit to fly and all of that. So they're very key players in the aviation industry. So that's one aviation medical examiner. The next one is aerospace medical officer or a flight surgeon. So you can work for top military organizations where you provide medical support to pilots, you conduct physicals, you generally ensure that the health of the crew, the pilot, the co-pilot, and other air members are top notch all the time. Then you can get into R&D, for aerospace organizations, universities, or institutions who are keen on pushing money or pushing the frontiers in aviation and aerospace research. You can play in that area. There's also the role of the occupational health specialist. There's a space medicine specialist where you get to explore job opportunities with organizations like NASA, you know. Then you can decide to veer off into safety and regulatory compliance, where you're looking at safety issues, things around developing and implementing safety protocols for airlines or organizations in that space. You can get into consulting, you can go into global health, you can go into pharmaceutical or medical devices, or you could go into telehealth and telemedicine, really. So, this is just some of the opportunities that lie with doing a master's in aerospace and what you call it, aviation medicine. So, if you're a clinician or a healthcare professional who is thinking of what to do, I mean, this is a good way or good pathway to consider. Then the next one is a master's in aeronautics and aviation safety. So this one is sort of related to the first one. So you're still looking at career opportunities in aerospace industry, really, where you talk about aerospace engineers, you talk about aircraft systems analysts, you talk about aviation consultants. You could even work in sales, really, selling airplanes and all of that. It's quite lucrative. So that's another MSc to consider. And the next one is a master's in hyperbaric medicine. So hyperbaric medicine basically combines medicine, combines physiology, and you're looking at how people operate in very high pressure environments, really. So, with a master's in hyperbaric medicine, you look to, or some of the potential career prospects include becoming a medicine physician. You could become a wound care specialist. You could become a diving and aviation medicine specialist. You could go into research. You could become an educator, instructor. You can even become a clinical coordinator, all because you have a master's in hyperbaric medicine. And the next one, which is the fourth one on this list, remember I said 20, we have 20, right? The fourth one on this list is a master's in medical devices and healthcare management. Yes, this is another good one. So healthcare management, fine. I know a couple of persons who've done an MSc in healthcare management, but I really don't know anybody who's done a master's in medical devices. So I really can't say much about that. But again, working or doing an MSc in medical devices, a lot of career opportunities or pathways open up. You're looking at becoming like a biomedical engineer. You could become a medical device sales specialist. You could get into regulatory affairs where you make sure whatever device is being produced by where you work to, they always meet and probably surpass industry standards and all of that. You could get into quality assurance and control. You could get into clinical research. You could become a design engineer. You could become a clinical application specialist where you provide training and support for healthcare professional on the use of medical devices. For example, if there's a new X-ray machine or equipment or something, you know, a doctor or a nurse or a healthcare professional who is also a clinical application specialist, they've undergone the training to understand how that piece of equipment work, and they come and train other professionals on how to use those machines. So that's some of the things you can look. There is technical writing. You could get into supply chain and logistics, all from being a student or you possess a degree in medical devices and healthcare management. Now, the fifth one, or the fifth master's here, is a master's in molecular medicine, right? This is also not really popular. So, and when I went digging about what you could do with a master's in molecular medicine, a lot came up really. You can look at becoming a clinical molecular geneticist. You can become a clinical research scientist. You can look at molecular diagnostic specialist. You can look at bioinformatics analyst. You can be a genomic counselor where you provide guidance to individuals and families about issues around genetic testing and help them make better informed decisions about their health. You can also look to become a biotech researcher. You can get into medical writing. You could get into medical affairs. You can become a consultant, or you can even decide to start your own business. So these are all the opportunities that lie with being or having a master's in molecular medicine. So I'm going to run through the rest of them. So in your spare time, please just look these programs up. They are offered globally in the UK, in the US, across Europe. Find the schools that are there, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Look for them and plan to get them. So you have a master's in stem cell medicine. There is a master's in visual science and business. There is master's in precision medicine diagnostics. There is master's in aesthetic medicine. There is master's in medtech innovation. There is a master's in biopharmaceutical development, master's in health management and data intelligence. There's masters in biotech and medtech ventures, masters in lifestyle medicine, masters in nanomedicine, masters in performance medicine, masters in pharmaceutical management, masters in relational design, a master's in emotion analysis, and finally a master's in advanced economic studies. Wow, looking through this list and doing quick research, I mean, these are all interesting areas with the beautiful career pathways, and the salary is not bad if you're one of those who are looking at what the salary pays and all of that. So it's not bad from what I saw. And interestingly, I think I know just anyway a few colleagues who are in some of these areas. um, probably just get them to come and talk about their experience in some of these areas that probably make sense. So that's it for the unpopular masters you should consider in this age and time. I keep telling people everything must not be tech, 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 tech. Like I said in my last video, you might just want to go watch that. Tech is not the only way out. There are lots of opportunities for anybody who is looking to explore to look at really. And I think that's one of the reasons why I do what I do here, to expose those opportunities, bring in individuals, talk about them and what it looks like. Right. So that's on today's episode. And if you really enjoyed this episode, please give us a like and don't leave without subscribing to the channel. And yeah, get us to at least 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there anyway. And I run a monthly newsletter, Behind the Scenes in Hell with Dr. Ron, where I share beautiful insights every month. So if you're not subscribed, the link is there in the description. Please go and subscribe to the newsletter. I write every deliver to your inbox the first of every month unfailingly. I've been doing this since January and it's been amazing the feedback I've been getting. Right, so that's that. So if you want to come on the show, if you want to collaborate, you want to partner, please, we are open to partnerships and collaboration. So you just send me an email, doctor.ikbe.com or podcast at mrimedic.com, and we'll take it up from there. And until I see you guys in the next episode, I still remain your host, Dr. Ron, and I'd like to say bye for now.